recording?
I hit the record. I think it's recording. God, I hope it's recording.
It's been a while.
Hi, Flosstube. I'm Carrie.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Sarah.
And we are Three Trails Stitchers.
That's bright.
Are we sure it's recording? I'm sure it is.
I'm sure.
This is going to be amazing.
So it's been a long while.
I hope it's recording.
Yeah.
I hit the record button.
Okay. So we had plans to get together last weekend, but I was sick, so that got postponed. Much like everyone else in the world. So we're back, and it'll be a hot mess because we don't know what we're doing anymore. And now Laverne's gonna make herself known. And oh, that's my needle. So anyway, yeah, not much has been going on. Just surviving. Anything
No.
going on with you guys?
I got nothing.
Nothing.
Got nothing.
Our school sounds like a TB ward, but you know.
Yeah, it's like there's lots of stuff. So you know, do your best to stay healthy.
There's a little
but
bit
you know
of
what?
everything.
I did my best to stay healthy.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
And I didn't anyway.
Yeah, she
so.
worked harder than we did, and
Yeah. Dad has it, which he's not. I don't think it's bad. He's gotten as bad as me, but
seriously.
so anyway.
Just making her rounds across.
So you know, get your flu shot. Get your. But of course, I didn't have the flu, so I don't know why I'm telling you that. But
Get your shot against humanity.
against everything, get all the shots, all the things.
Yeah, nothing's in order here.
So we're just gonna get into it because it's been a while.
It's been a bit.
When we're already a hot mess.
And
Yeah.
we still.
So-
it's been a minute, and we still don't have a lot to show you.
I have one finish. One big finish.
It is so cool. I can't wait to
so
stitch
good.
it.
I finished the Haunted Library Sow
Oh my god.
by
it's so
Lola
good.
Crow cross stitch.
It's so good.
Finished it yesterday. I was off yesterday because we had conferences this week. So all done. I really love it. I think I actually was talking to my mom, and I think I want to
Frame it.
yeah, but like frame it myself. Like
Yeah.
try to find some kind of like what I'd like to find is like an ornate old
Yeah,
frame.
old
So I'm
frame.
gonna start looking like thrift stores. We're gonna iron it and measure it so I can make sure I get something the right size because I don't know. It was just I really enjoyed it. I don't know. I really enjoyed stitching it probably more than a lot of other things. So it was very enjoyable. I was in no rush to finish, but it is now done.
And you were afraid you weren't going to catch up.
I really was, yeah. But then I just like there was that weekend where I'm like, I'm just gonna get all the parts done that I can, and was able to catch up. So I love it. I love the last part that's Mary Shelley. So
Yeah, it's so good.
yeah. So that's done. Big finish.
I don't have any finishes.
Okay, I have a finish. This is from, and I meant to bring the other stuff so we could show it. The 31
Oh, yeah.
haunted something box from
The Haunted Places of America. America's Haunted Places.
Fangirl Fibers.
Yes.
Yes. Anyway, this is one of the patterns we got five
Patterns?
like fully kitted patterns. You got the fabric, the
DMC floss.
the DMC floss, the pattern,
It was a
floss
really good
drops.
box.
It was probably one of the better boxes.
It was really good.
Like in a while. It was really good. This is the pattern from the Laurel Witch, who you guys already know I absolutely love her stuff. This is the lady in white. And I did not stitch the words or the lady's name, Louise Bolt, down at the bottom. I just stitched the lady in white.
Ooh, she's so good.
I love her so much, and I'm going to turn her into like, you know, a stuffed doll pillow thing. I cannot wait. And
Yeah,
then
that's
and
really
it
good.
really makes me want to get my witches out that I've finished
Oh,
and
yeah.
turn those into, and then keep stitch. I love her stuff.
Oh, her stuff is very good.
Yeah, it's awesome. Anyway, I'm very excited. She made me very happy. That dress, filling in all that white,
Yeah, those white stitches are...
was
Boy,
killer.
Took a long time.
Took a long time. But it was also one of those things, like as I'm getting closer to the bottom, of course I ran out of white.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't have any, believe it or not, any at the house. I had to go steal white from Mom, so I had to wait a couple days till I could get over there and get it, because it was during conference week. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
All right. Well, I guess we'll move on to
Whips. I do have a whip.
So I do have whips. So when I finished the haunted library style, I decided to pick up my, this was a pattern that I commissioned from Fiddlesticks AU back in, I think, December of 2020.
It's been a while.
Yeah. And this is, Lord, it's like a hard candy Christmas. And so it's got that in the middle and then a wreath around it. So I wanted a pattern because that's one of my favorite songs. And so I decided to work on this a little bit. I don't pull it out nearly often enough, and I think it's the fabric.
You don't like the fabric?
I love how the fabric looks, but sometimes opalescent fabric really messes with my eyes.
Oh, it's kind of a stitch on, yeah.
And it's hard sometimes to see the holes. And
Yeah.
I don't even remember. I think it might be like a Fabrics by Stephanie. This is the piece I think that you bought me the first time we went to Galleria.
Oh, yeah.
So I love how it looks. It's just kind of messes with my eyeballs. So I worked on that, and then in between, it's been a while, so I'm just going to show things that I've worked on. So I did, when I was sick, I couldn't really focus on anything. And so I decided to pull out these Tiny Modernist Halloween things, and I finished this guy. I did change the colors. Instead of white, because it wouldn't show up on this fabric, I did this green as his stripes.
I like the green better.
I like the green, yeah.
And then I've started another one, but, you know, Halloween has since passed. So I was like, I'm putting it away, pulling out the Christmas.
I don't understand.
I mean, I would still stitch Christmas stuff, or Halloween stuff. And this is this cool bag Sarah got for me at the Black Needle Society camp, and it's by Judy's Project Bags and More. I love it.
Yeah, I like her bags.
Yeah.
I worked on this since the last time we've Flosstubed. This is from the Cross Stitcher magazine. It's Tiny Modernist, and it's her, I don't know what it's actually called. It's like an autumn village.
Freaking autumn, awesome fall stuff.
Yeah, it's like the most fall pattern ever.
It's so pretty.
And so I finished like basically the second house and all the top of it. This will stay out. I don't know how often I'll work on it, but
It'll just be something that's always out by your chair.
yeah, this is kind of like the haunted library thing. Like I'm in no rush to finish it because I really enjoy stitching it. The colors are really pretty, and this is on like a 14 count. I don't know, like cadet blue or blue gray or
Yeah,
I don't know.
bless you.
So
Sorry.
So I worked on that a little bit. And then the last thing I worked on, which I really need to get back to, is my Caterpillar cross stitch Halloween Christmas Advent. So here's where I
Yeah,
am.
you got quite a bit done.
So this part came out, I think I might be 2 parts behind now. And like this roof thing, when I was sick, I was not in the mood to do like
Anything.
Christmassy kind of stuff.
yeah. So
There was
I
like
put it
2
away.
whole days that she was homesick and didn't even stitch.
Yeah.
I know.
That's how
unheard
sick
of.
she was.
That's crazy.
Didn't stitch. So this is just on 14 count cheap Ada that I got from the Evil Empire Amazon. So that's basically what I have worked on in the last however long it's been, 3 weeks, something like that. It's been a long
longer
time.
than that. Yeah, it's been
I think
a
it's
while.
been almost a month probably.
So
Okay, me.
yes,
I have 2 whips. This is the Halloween wreath from
it looks really good.
Frosted Pumpkin.
I love it on this fabric.
Yeah, it's.
That fabric is amazing.
I love the
stitched me.
door.
I know. Look at all that back stitch I had to do.
That's so neat. That door is so cool. That's
You know,
really neat.
I don't like back stitch. It's Be Stitch Me. I think it's called Paranormal. Maybe.
Yeah, the next part of that I think comes out this week.
Yeah. So, and then this all came from the trick box from Black Needle Society.
And I meant to bring my stuff from the treat box, and I completely
yeah,
forgot.
I mean, I only brought
I'm
this.
so sad.
So
I have
this
so
is
many
the
regrets.
pattern I am working on. This is from the Witchy Stitcher. It's Stephen King's house. It's amazing.
It's amazing.
And I am doing this. It's called Old Parchment
Fabric Flare.
from Fabric
Fabric
Flare.
flare.
You got a lot done.
And I have almost the top of the house done.
Wow.
So,
The project bag is amazing.
and yeah, and
Mhm.
I'll show the project bag. It's a project bag. And
The
then it
carpet
says-
from The Shining. It's so good.
Yeah, the typewriter print in the back, if you can see.
Yeah, I have lots of
There.
regrets about not ordering one of those boxes.
It's the best. I have no regrets at all about
Like,
the box. It
I'm
was
seriously
great.
saving my pennies if they do this again to order both boxes. Next
Yes,
year.
yes. Because the trick box also came with a very cool shirt from Athena that is like a stack of Stephen King books on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And well, this is the one thing. This came from the treat box.
I know, which
It's
is
amazing
amazing.
bag.
It has all the pockets. Oh my god, I keep finding pockets. And little witches flying around. It's so good.
I need to get my priorities
And I'm
together.
so mad
buy 'em.
because I had the project bag with everything in it in here, and I took it out
Yeah.
when I packed my bag last
Yeah.
night to come over.
But if you like look on YouTube, a lot of people have done unboxings. I'm sure you
Yes,
see a lot
yeah,
of
you'll
stuff.
you'll find one. Sorry.
So those are mine.
All right.
So I am working on Lindy Stitches came out with this pattern. It's sweater vest weather, and it's turkeys wearing a little sweater vest.
So cute.
It's a needle book, and the kit, which I thought was extremely reasonable, was $25, and it came with everything except the floss. And it came with like the linen, which I had to switch out because I don't stitch on linen. But then you got the pre-cut fabric, linings, the middle of the needle book. You got some counting pins that are absolutely beautiful, very folly. I mean, you got everything. So I thought for $25 that wasn't bad at all.
Yeah, that's not bad.
So, of course, for some reason when we went and bought floss, and I don't know, I totally got two of the numbers totally wrong. So I finally got everything together and started it this week. And I'm almost done with the back of the needle book. I just need to do
Cute.
the turkey's legs and his little eyes.
It's really
That's
cute.
so cute.
And this is on... I went to Mom's and had to steal some 16 count. What?
The table just keeps moving.
Oh, sorry. I went to Mom's and had to steal some 16 count. So this is color and cotton, but I have no idea what the color is. It's just I pretty much everything at my house is 14. But I have absolutely loved stitching on this. And I wasn't sure how I'd feel about the 16, but I kind of want to start investing in some 16 count, I think. Because the stitches just look so good. But anyway, this is what I'm working on. And it's in my little gobble gobble bag that I made for myself. Or gobble till you wobble. That's it. That's all I have been doing. There's like 3 or 4 Christmas things I need to start stitching. But that'll be after this is done.
All right. Haul. I do have haul, but I don't. We did Halloween Advents, and so I do have stuff in my Halloween Advent, but I didn't get all that together. So I did buy 2 pieces of fabric from 123 Stitch. This is 16 count Sea Lily, which is for a Christmas present, and then this is 14 count Vintage Country Mocha, which hopefully I'll stitch on the right side of the fabric this time, and this is for a different Christmas present. And then Sarah made us some Thanksgiving
These little cute floss drops.
floss drops.
I wish I could remember. I need to find. It's a shop on Etsy. You keep going, and I'll see if I can find the shop.
I did purchase. It's really hard to see because it's going to be this from Rhonda's Originals. This pattern that she released this week. It's called Flirting Turkeys. It's going to be upside down. I can't really show it because it's going to be weird. But if you look on Rhonda's Originals on Etsy, Justine and I and Sarah, Justine from X's and Hoes, and Sarah and I are going to stitch this, starting it on Thanksgiving.
Cute. It is a cute pattern.
So once we get our act together and we have like a hashtag or something, we'll share it. But we're not that together. I was just like, hey, you want to stitch this along? And she's like, let's do it. So got to get fabric and floss and all that. But I'm excited.
love
It's
my
a really
turkeys.
cute pattern. So
And there's like 6 fancy flosses, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy them.
yeah, you can do it in DMC. They give DMC.
Yeah, but
But
I
there's
have fancy floss.
I love my
I haven't decided if I'll do the fancy floss or not. But once we get our act together, we will share that information because who doesn't want to stitch a turkey on Thanksgiving? So Sarah
Right.
made us these Thanksgiving floss drops.
And it's On Etsy, it's called Pretty, Prettie Printables. And she has a ton of vintage Christmas, Halloween, fall, Thanksgiving, like for scrapbooking. But these printed this size, and I just thought that was perfect for floss drops.
Yeah.
So she just gained herself a new fan, and we'll probably be investing in a few more.
So that's my haul. Other than like needle minders and stuff I got, but they're in a bag. And
I don't have any haul. I didn't bring my Advent stuff.
I brought a few things from my Advent. Whitney was my Advent person, and she got me these. Oh my God, everything was super cool. She got me 2 bath bombs. I do have to say though, the Sam bath bomb, I don't think I'm gonna be able to use.
Because of the smell?
Oh my God.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Yeah.
So anyway, but he's super cute. But then she got me these 2
What's it
needle,
smell like?
like dead roses.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, it's almost like a dying flower type of smell, but it's super strong.
Yeah, it's very
like
strong.
I've never had a bath bomb that strong. She got me a little Sam and a Maleficent. Look at that Maleficent! Oh my God! And of course, after she got me the Sam, then I immediately had to get on Etsy and buy a little felt made Sam. I'll bring him next time. She got me 4 different flosses. One is this pumpkin spice, which I'm actually using for my pumpkins on my turkey.
Oh, yay.
On this. One is pumpkin patch. Oh, this was from Stitchy Stuff. This is from Norgrove Enterprises. It's called Pumpkin Patch. And then she got me 2 Weeks Trick or Treat.
That's why I did the letters of my
Oh my God.
Sleepy Hollow.
I tried to do a
And
theme
2
with the
jack-o'-lanterns.
flosses, like I was trying to find Halloween themed flosses.
I like this jack-o'-lantern too.
Yeah. I do
Dude,
too.
I think I'm going to use these for like, you know, I downloaded those Halloween, the Quirky Quakers.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
And I
perfect.
may just use them, like, do them in just like a variegated.
Yeah.
And then, because I have to have everything. This is the last of the Mousecapades.
Oh my gosh, that's adorable.
Happy Christmas. So there have been 7 in all. 3 small across, like, if you want to do it as a set, like 3 small across the top and 3 across the bottom. I'm just going to do all pillows, I think. I got the next bird. Violet Green Swallow.
Oh,
So
that's
there's
pretty.
the bird. There's the bird.
I love those.
I really
I
need
do
to get
too.
these
What's the
back
floss?
out. Oh, the floss is for the, I think it's for the board he's standing on, because it's this beigey. It's a really good beigey
Oh.
color.
We should have done this jingle ball thing.
Is it too late?
I don't know. We might.
You
still be
can't
able
get
to
it
go.
on any of the classes, but we could do the $10 and do the,
Yeah.
then
That'd be fun.
buy all the
That would
stuff.
be fun.
And then when we were down at Galleria and we went to the little shop in Farmington, Stitch, etc., I had ordered 3 patterns and they were just waiting for one, and they finally all came.
Oh,
So I
forgot
got-
about those.
I know, Not Forgotten Farm, Halloween Queen.
Ooh, love that.
I do too. It was so amazing, Stitch.
Not Forgotten Farm, Thomas, and this is, I think it's supposed to, like, she gives you the list for DMC, but the lady who owns the shop had done it in fancy flosses. She did her own conversion, and so she sent me the conversion, and that's how I'm going to do
that's
it,
nice.
because it's very vintagey looking. So
Grab
there's
that right out of
Thomas.
your hand.
There you go. And then, God, this table. And then Thread Milk was there, and I had wanted, I wanted everything, but I ended up having her order me Turkey Tavern. So.
Once again, highly recommend that shop. It
Yes,
was really.
it
Oh
was-
yeah,
they
we'll
were so
definitely,
nice.
we'll probably be doing a day trip one of these days. I don't know. And then I don't remember who I ordered these from, but I ordered Pansy Patch Quilts and Stitchery The Pumpkin House.
I love that.
And I think this is going to be a series. I feel like there's chart 1 of 9. Yeah. So I'll probably be getting all
House
those.
on Pumpkin Lane series.
Yeah. And then
That's
I
cute.
ordered,
That's cute. I like that.
I may have, I may have ordered this when I ordered the turkey book or the Lindy Stitches turkey thing. This is Turkey Day, and it's a Time for All Seasons series. I think it's Cottage Gardens season. Their series from. Oh, you. Hi. Oh, I think it's still recording. Okay. Their series from last year. It's their turkey.
He's pretty.
Yeah.
And then
really
last
pretty
but not
colors.
least,
Really
Romina
Petrucci.
I got her Halloween book at Galleria.
It's
And-
Romy's Creation.
Yeah.
Romy's
Romy's
Creation, sorry. And I got an email that her Christmas book was on Amazon. And there it is!
Ooh, I bet it's good.
It's so good. And I have not done it yet, but there's 8 bonus projects that I can download. So 14 projects, 8 bonus projects, and I think the book's like $20. So totally 100% worth it. And I think that's all my
Oh,
haul.
I love that.
I know, I love that. And then there's a cat one in there. That
Oh, this
just-
is cute. This
Isn't that
gingerbread
cute?
house.
And then I love all of them, but there's a really
This is riveting Flosstube. Us
Yeah,
just
it
sitting
really
here
is,
staring
isn't
at
it?
Look,
This is really cute with these
they've
little
got some cute
elves.
stuff.
Let's say, oh,
Let's get
get
baked.
oh, it's little gingerbread
Dude.
men.
That's
That's cute.
And who knows, in Missouri after Tuesday, maybe we can. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Show the cat one. Oh, that's not the cat
Oh,
one.
that's not the cat one. I
Okay.
don't know where the cat
I
one
don't know
was.
where the cat one was. Anyway, they are super cute, and I'm anxious to get on and download the other 8 because the other 8 in the Halloween book were amazing. They were every bit as good as the ones in the book.
There he is.
There it is.
There it is.
Meowy Christmas.
Meowy Christmas.
Very cute.
So,
Sorry.
thanks.
I didn't mean to cough on you.
Whatever.
So plans. I'm gonna start my Christmas projects, but I gotta get floss. Probably today I'll stitch on this hard candy Christmas, which I'll finish in 2030.
Don't do it. Vern.
She wants to jump up there.
She really does. All right, keep going.
And I think that's it.
For your plan. I'm going to keep working on the Stephen King house and then probably, hopefully, work on the Frosted Pumpkin wreath when the new part comes out, depending on how I'm vibing on this. I have a couple Christmas things I need to get out and finish, but I'm not there yet. Just not there yet.
Oh, I'm there.
I know you're there.
I'm gonna finish my needle book. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm really hoping to finish the stitching on it this week. But then I also have Christmas things to work on, so there may not be a lot for us to show
That's true. We won't
over
be able
the
to
next
show
couple
Christmas
weeks
things.
because we won't be able to show Christmas things. Yeah, but there's some turkey. There's really some Thanksgiving stuff I want to stitch too, so I'm kind of hoping to have some of that.
Yeah, I'm pretty
kit up.
excited about the stitch along.
Well,
Yeah,
that
that's
and then
neat.
like I think these would go super quick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I love that Ye Olde Turkey Tavern. That's my jam. That's my jam.
Thanksgiving.
My peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, and then that's probably it. I do plan on my birthday to start Rosewood Manors. I'll bring it next time we record. Autumn
Quakers.
Autumn Quakers. I have everything for it. And
Are you doing the Valdani?
I'm doing the Valdani because it came when I bought it for
Oh.
myself last year. It came with it, and so I'm seriously thinking about trying to stitch like a motif a day because most of them are pretty tiny. I don't know. Once I get into it, we'll see if that works. But yeah. So I am planning on doing that as a birthday start. So I'll create a hashtag and let y'all know about that the next time we record. But
The cats are wilding out. They're
the
going
weather
crazy.
is much cooler here. It dropped 20 degrees yesterday.
Well, yeah, but it was 70 earlier this week.
Yeah, but it was 7 early. So
And it will be 70 again
tomorrow.
next week.
It's
Yeah,
supposed to
but
be
then it
70
drops into the
tomorrow,
40s.
Right?
It's supposed to be, 70 tomorrow. It'll be almost 80 on Wednesday. And then by the end of next week, it's 39. So
Welcome to Missouri.
if you're not sick yet in
You
Missouri,
will be.
you will be soon. It is what it is.
Yeah, and the pressure headaches, they
They're
are real.
real.
I had to leave. At the end of the day, was it Wednesday?
Tuesday.
No, Tuesday. I went home at the end of the day Tuesday. As soon as my last class was over, I just went and told my principal, I said, I have a migraine and I have not had one of those in I don't know how many years. And I left. I got home. I took 2 Tylenol and an Advil. Sat in my chair just thinking I was just going to sit and rest my eyes. And I was probably asleep in 5 minutes. And I slept for 2 hours.
Wow.
And still went to bed on time. So.
Yeah,
I
the
hate
trees
those.
have been really pretty, which I wasn't sure they would be because it was such a dry
Summer,
but
we're kind of in a drought. And
now we're starting, they're just like all falling.
Yeah, now they're all falling. But they were, the
It's
trees,
time for dead trees. And...
I think were prettier this year than in years where we've had lots of rain. It was kind of weird, but maybe they reached deep into the earth. And
I mean, we can't really complain that it was it was in the 70s for the majority of
October.
October.
It's November and
No.
it's still going to be in the 70s. So.
But we will complain because we're from Missouri.
because that's what we do.
So, all right. So that's probably it for stitching stuff. We'll do our quick media corner. So if you don't want to know what we're reading, watching, or listening to, lost it there for a minute. You can hit the road and we won't take it personally.
Hit the road, Jack.
But if you do want to hear about that, we're going to start now. What am I reading? I finished the third. No, I didn't. I finished. Sarah had been talking about a series by, I always want to say Elizabeth Arden, but that's not. It's Catherine Arden. It's a young, like a middle grade book. The first one is Dead Voices.
No,
the first one is
Small Spaces.
The second one is Dead Voices, which I went back. I don't know that I ever finished it, and so I finished it. And then I read the third one, which I can't remember what the name of it is. It's not
Dead
Deep
Voices.
Breaths. No.
Is it Deep Water?
Deep Waters.
Waters, and then Empty Smiles.
Yeah, and I started Empty Smiles. I'm about 25 pages in, but I just wasn't feeling it. I mean, I will finish it. And so I picked up, on my Kindle, I have the young reader's version of Radium Girls.
Of course you do.
Because I'm fascinated, and I've listened to the audiobook. And so I finished last night the young reader's version of Radium Girls. I highly recommend either the full book, the audiobook, or the young reader's edition. But it's a pretty fascinating story. So, what am I reading now? Oh, I downloaded a young reader's version of the first conspiracy. Is that what it's called? It's by Brad Meltzer. He has an adult book. It's the same story, but he's written a young reader's version.
Because he's freaking awesome. If you have not checked out his, what is that biography series he does for
It's
kids?
like Ordinary People Change the World.
Yes. It is awesome.
So the regular book is the first conspiracy no, this is not the one I'm reading though. Oh yeah, it is. The secret plot to kill George Washington. And so he has a young reader's version, and so I downloaded it to read because
Something uplifting.
I don't know why, but I've just been reading a lot of nonfiction. So, but I'll go back to Empty Smiles because that series is really great. And then listening to, all I listen to lately is just like political podcasts. So like Pod Save America. I did start one called The Revolution with Steve Kornacki, and it's about like the big changeover that took place in the 90s when the longtime Democratic Congress switched over. But it's really fascinating. It's kind of like about Newt Gingrich and like that movement back then. Because I'm a nerd.
And she has a nerd crush on Steve Kornacki. So
I do. I was like, I think Tuesday night, depending on where you stand, or no matter where you stand, could end up being kind of a bummer. So I'm like, at least I could spend the night with Steve Kornacki, watching him,
Right.
bringing in those numbers at his big map. Yeah. So that's what I've been listening to. And Rachel Maddow has a podcast called Ultra, which is fascinating, whether you like her or not, or agree with what she said. It's about this plot back in the 1930s, and like how the people that supported the Nazi Party in the United States and how they tried to do. It's fascinating. And then I've watched a lot of stuff because I was sick. I just binge watched random things and watched random movies. I did decide to restart Criminal Minds, and I got through most of the first season, but then I needed like a little brain break because it's pretty dark. Which, I've watched it a million times, so it shouldn't bother me that much. And so I've been decided to rewatch The West Wing because why not? That's all I do is rewatch shows I've watched a million times. I've watched the newest episodes of season 2 of The Vow on HBO Max, which is about the Nexium cult. So if you're interested, recommend.
I love good cult.
What else have I watched?
The Barbarian.
I did watch Barbarian, which is a horror movie that's gotten lots of good press, and it was pretty good. And then I watched. There's something else I thought of, but now I can't think of it. Oh, you know what I do like that I have been watching is that Alaska Daily.
I haven't watched it yet. I've recorded it, but I haven't watched it yet.
I think it's on. Is it on ABC?
Sure.
It's got Hilary Swank, and it's about a reporter from New York who goes to Alaska and starts investigating like missing and murdered Indigenous women. But it's really good. It's really well done. I enjoy it. But I mean, I like journalism-y type things. So, because once again, I'm a nerd. I like that. I like the new CSI.
I haven't watched it either.
I enjoy it. What's her name is back on this season? Marg Helgenberger. Catherine Willows. So, I think that's about it. I mean, I've watched so much stuff because I was home for like a full week. I missed 4 days of work, basically, and then was home like through that weekend. So I watched a ton of stuff, but could I name half of it? No, because I didn't feel good.
Oh,
No,
me?
that's you.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was trying to see if I could go back
I
and see what
spent
I
all of
watched.
October watching AMC Fear Fest.
Yeah.
So
That's a good use of October.
they had Halloween H2O, I think, was on 20 times.
It's a popular replay.
And it's not my favorite.
I don't mind it. I
don't
just think
mind
it
it,
doesn't fit.
Like, they could have put other things on instead of, I mean, it was
Yeah.
on a lot. I watched The Invitation, which is a pretty good, it's decent. It's not fabulous, but it's not
Yeah.
terrible either.
I need to watch it.
Let's see. I watched my baking shows. I feel like there was something else I started watching, but now I can't remember. The Midnight Club. I started
Oh,
the Midnight
yes.
Club. I think I'm like halfway through it. And it's pretty good. It's a little dark, sort of, but I mean, it's
Yeah.
watchable. So, and I think that's it. I'm not really reading or listening to anything. So,
I was trying to remember because there was something I was watching on Netflix when I asked you if you'd watched The Midnight Club, and I'm like, I'm going to finish this first.
Oh, what was that?
Now I can't remember what it was. You can go and I'll try to look.
Okay, I haven't really been reading anything. I'm going to have to download the audiobook of Small Spaces because I've just kind of given up on reading for a while. I'm trying to think. I watched something. Trick! I watched Trick on Amazon Prime the other night.
Was it good?
It was actually pretty good.
Oh.
It wasn't bad. And it's something that probably never went out to theaters, so I don't know if there'll ever be a sequel, but they kind of set it up so that there could be. And I would definitely watch it. I watched all of Cabinet of Curiosities. Some were good, some were whatever. And I watched all of American Horror Stories.
I thought those were pretty good.
And I thought all of those were really good.
Yeah,
I liked them.
I liked them.
And then I've just been I watched a few Datelines. And I called Carrie last time. So during Dateline, and if anyone can answer this for me, that'd be great. They advertised Dateline Weekend Mystery. And there was one last weekend called Under the Halloween Moon. Cannot find it to save my life. I have looked on every guide I can look on. There's Dateline Weekend Mystery doesn't appear anywhere. I've looked on Peacock. I've looked on Hulu. I've tried looking up Under the Halloween Moon. They advertise it, but I cannot find it anywhere to watch it.
Oh.
So if anyone knows anything about Dateline Weekend Mystery, and if Keith Morrison is watching this,
I'm sure.
please explain to me how I can find it. Because they've advertised like several good ones, and I'm like, ooh, I would like those, but I can't even find it to record it. Yeah, and I think that's listening to, I have been listening to, okay. So you know how I always mess up and say strange and unusual instead of
Yes.
strange and unexplained?
Uh-huh.
There is a strange and unusual podcast.
Oh, is there?
And by mistake, I have been following them on Instagram ever since we found Strange and Unexplained. Because I thought I was following Strange and Unexplained.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, the only way I could find them was through Wonderly, and it's a good podcast. I don't know that I'll finish all of it because it's been on for quite a while. But so I finally figured out why I kept saying
Strange and
and
unusual.
screwing that up. Anyway, I did listen to Strange and Unexplained this week. It was a good one. And then I've been listening to some old graveyard or newer Graveyard Tales. I've got a big spot in between, but they were telling Halloween stories. They did a Halloween episode and it was really good.
I like them.
Those guys are hilarious.
Yeah, I
love
like
them.
them.
I'm almost tempted to join their Patreon so I can see their videos.
Yeah, they would probably.
I mean,
be good.
they'd probably be really
Yeah.
good. So I think that's it. Sorry, I think that's everything.
The show that I watched on Netflix is The Watcher.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
we
right.
watched The Watcher.
I have not watched it yet.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
It was very much a like Ryan Murphy.
Yeah, and I heard
Yes.
I heard a lot of people didn't like it because of that.
Yeah, but I didn't. I thought it was good.
I liked it. I think
the ending was just kind of like
the ending was kind of like okay, and so I don't know if they're trying to set it up for something else. I think the one thing, because someone at work was talking about it and they were like, well, this is based on a real thing, is it? And I go, well, sort of. And they were like, well, I didn't know all these other things happened around there. And I said, well, they didn't. Those are other true crime stories that happened other places. And he slipped them in, like the
John List.
John List. And then I think the story where the neighbors supposedly committed suicide, I think that's another true crime too. Anyway, but yeah, no, I liked it. It was weird.
It's on my list to watch. I just haven't.
So, but that's
So anyway, that's us. That's what
us.
we got.
That's us in a nutshell.
Sorry, it's a little low energy, but we're all kind of like tired.
We're kind of like, is it Thanksgiving break yet?
Right.
I know. Oh, Lord.
Oh, girl.
So, we will wrap this up. We're gonna try to run to our LNS. My nose itches. Sorry. And go to Target. Maybe they'll have Christmas stuff out.
Oh yeah.
It's practically Christmas.
It's not, because there's a holiday in between, and it's called Thanksgiving. And
I
it's
love
the
Thanksgiving.
best holiday
Actually,
in
Thanksgiving
the
is probably, if I was asked what my favorite holiday is, I would say Thanksgiving.
Really?
But I do love Christmas
because it's low key.
it is.
Yeah.
There's like, you don't got to worry about the gifts. You don't got to worry about. You just eat.
Food, family,
Yeah.
dog show.
Yeah,
the
It's
parade.
It's that
The parade.
It's that family part that gets me.
Yeah.
You can spend it with the family you like. You know that, right? You don't have to go to this other family. Anyway, parade and dog show.
Yeah, my dogs like to watch
I
the
enjoy
dog
it.
show.
Yeah, I know. Our cat could care
Here's
less.
my anniversary vault sweatshirt I got that I can finally now wear because it's cold enough.
Almost
Wrong sleeve.
wore that today.
I may have asked my friend Amanda, who lives in Orlando, to buy me an anniversary Epcot sweatshirt that's in the mail. So
What? I would have gotten one of those.
Oh,
I think
see how
they're
she
still going to
is?
have that Epcot. I wanted the Loungefly, but she's like, I said, well, I really can't afford it right now.
Oh, you little jerk.
I really can't afford it right now. And she goes, well, there's a million of them. I'm like, okay, I think they'll still be there in March.
Excuse me.
My cat just knocked over my water, and Sarah picking it up for me. So we will let you go. I hope you have a good week. I hope you stay healthy and that you're happy, and maybe go vote, no matter who you're going to vote for.
Yeah,
Go
definitely
vote.
vote.
Yeah,
It's a little important this
vote.
time.
Just exercise your right.
Yeah, which probably we're preaching to the choir here.
We
so.
probably are, but I mean, just go cast it.
Yeah, do it. Because if you don't vote,
You can't
Complain.
yeah, and I love to
And
complain.
we love to complain.
A lot. Yeah, we really do. So.
We do. It's like probably number 2.
Yeah,
Under
complain.
eating.
Yeah, like complaining about
Eating, complaining.
complain about the weather. We have like a hierarchy of things to complain about.
Politics.
Politics has gone quickly.
The
up
kids
there.
who live on the street.
Yeah, those darn kids.
Fireworks that aren't 4th of July.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Mom thought she heard fireworks in the rainstorm last night.
that wouldn't surprise me.
That would surprise me. Let's hope they're fireworks.
I think. Let's hope they were not gunshots.
Yeah. All right, so we will let you go, and we will see you next time. Hopefully in.
About 2 weeks.
Hopefully.
Well, we have hockey next weekend, so hopefully we can do it the weekend after that,
Yeah. So.
which is close to my birthday. And we should make it a birthday weekend.
Oh, Okay.
Okay.
So see you later, guys.
Sure.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time. See you real soon.
Okay, there's
My
where's
hand
the
looks really big.
arrow?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna turn away from their faces because I can't see what I'm doing. I still can't see.
Sarah show.
It's the Sarah Show.